This week on Papa Mustache Gamer, we're going to get away from the gaming portion of it. I'm actually going to go over something I've been kind of, looking at for quite some time now is the controversial call play in the NFL, the Tush Push by the Eagles. And, the key to this, to stopping it, it's all on leverage. And what you need, I believe, to stop the Tush Push, at a much higher success rate than 20% of the time, is your nose tackle. Whoever's playing your nose, it doesn't have to be your nose tackle. It just needs somebody who's pretty good size but very quick that can get underneath the center and have a linebacker come behind them and blow it up at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. So we're going to kind of go over it today. I got a little stuff here on the football field on how teams have played it and how I think how you can play it where you can be successful at stopping it here. So let's take a look at what I got set up here. So here's your standard lineup or setup for the Philadelphia Eagles and how they typically line it. I know it's not to scale, and but it's pretty close to how they got it here. So the key thing is their whole offensive line is in a 4-point stance. We know that's the key to it. Now, typically with the defenses I've seen, looking at some of the video of it, they will point of attack, they'll take their two nose, they'll try to blow it up, and they'll sometimes bring in a couple of the linebackers or safety back here once they know what happened, and they'll try to blow it up the middle. But what you see a lot of times is that center, key to everything, and the guards right next to it, they're just blowing it up. They're just getting underneath that nose tackle on the defense there. And then what you're seeing is, they're getting underneath them. They're pushing them back. Then you got Hurts is coming in, just, being pushed in by his guys in the backfield. And it's just, they're getting 2-3 yards of crack at this. So I think what you can do, let me move them back here, to be more successful at stopping it, is taking out your big old nose tackle and replacing them with, here we go, this guy right here. Replace him with a smaller player, probably a linebacker, outside linebacker. To making sure you got your middle linebacker, your safety, or your outside linebacker behind him. And you got to tell him he has to get underneath that center in a 4-point stance. And, he's never going to get more than an inch or two off the ground. When he sees that ball go, his key is to get up, to get underneath their center. And what's going to happen is you're going to have the other guys in the middle there. They're going to get underneath their guys, and you're going to see a wedge. Then you bring in that middle linebacker right back up the middle there. And, he blows it right up. Even though we're trying to push all these guys forward, but just the force of them coming through, and you clean up with another guy, even your safety coming back in here, and that whole wedge is done. And what they might start doing, instead of going directly over to center guards, they might try pushing them more out. I know the Bills do something with Josh Allen a little bit different, but you get underneath them. Here, there's no way, they're going to get anything on it. And that's really how you gotta stop that tush push. Is get that center, get underneath them, and the guy who's going to be on top of them just needs to get leverage. And everybody behind him is going to blow it up. And, might consider with all that guy on the bottom, that nose tackle, the guy playing it above the center, he's going to get just brutal. Stepped on everything else. But, you can clean him up in the backside. If you even want to take, our outside linebacker and throw him in here, where you don't even have to jump the line. You just need to get in there and get that surge in there. And that's a way where I believe you can stop the tush push with that. But it's all on leverage, what we see here on it. But, everybody's been trying. If you watch any videos, any plays on that center is getting underneath that nose, and it's all over with. By the times it does get stopped, they get that leverage in there. But you just got to get a guy who is fast and quick, who can jump on the ball once that sucker moves. And he's got to blow it up, and he's going to get pummeled in the middle there, because you're going to get cleaned up by the backers in there, and maybe a safety, some bigger guys. You throw them in there, you're going to have that big old scrum. You're going to be able to push them you're going to be able to push them back or stop them. You're going to get to the point where you might even lose some yardage on it. So that's how I believe you can stop the tush push that the Eagles are running, instead of having to try to outlaw it and all that. I think it's be better off for the game is to be able to just stop it. And once you start stopping it, they're not going to be able to run it every time, and teams aren't going to run variations of that. So very good. You have a great week this week, and I'll be back next week with either some gaming or some more football plays we can run out here. Thank you.